Coach Mike Leonard, student athletes Johnny West, Kyle Linville, Kendall Butler, and Scott Moore.
Coach, let's start with you. Rather unusual Franklin College day that we haven't been used to, but wow, what a competition.
And why do you say that?
Well, in terms of the high scoring and all that sort of thing.
Sure.
So it really turned into a real dogfight.
It really did, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight in that, the average scores of their games over 10 games, and that's versus some good opponents, including Wisconsin Whitewater, their average score was 19-10 with them winning. So we knew that kind of on paper, the matchup was going to be a high-scoring offense versus a defense that only gave up 10 points a game. And man, I give them credit. I give Coach Ken Baum, who is the head coach, who also coaches defense, they did a tremendous job of having a great game plan against our offense.
Obviously, when you look at the stats today, they can be a little deceiving, but I don't know any time during this year or any past year that we've had 10 punts.
No, that's something definitely I've never seen as well. And the snaps were good, the kicks were good, and that's part of football, to be able to punt the ball well when things aren't going well. It was a game with wind, obviously, and we just tried to do our best to get out of the third quarter as fast as we can because it wasn't going as well as we had hoped. But when we got to the fourth quarter, we just had field position, and yeah.
Johnny, I'll ask you this question regarding the offense today. Obviously, you threw the ball a ton of times, but did the offense have to change in terms of a cautious way to go about it because of the weather?
Just a little bit. Just obviously it was different going north compared to going south on the field, but we tried to play our game just like normal. We don't typically let the weather conditions affect us. We think we can run our stuff into anything. But we did struggle. They gave us some different looks that we hadn't seen on film, which gave us a little fits. We didn't have our best day offensively, but we made the plays that counted at the end, which is really good for us because we're not in too many close games. So it's nice to be in a type of battle like this and come out on top.
Scott, did the defensive preparation this week and your scouting report turn out to be pretty true?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we knew that they were going to come in and try to pound the ball, run it, and control the game clock. So yeah, from the film we've seen, they're definitely a run-heavy team, and they stuck true to that. Play action stuff. We did a really good job. All day of stopping the run. So.
Yeah, you guys really stuffed the run when you had to, especially with the wind in your favor in the fourth quarter. That made a big deal, didn't it, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. The wind was the key, and Mike Wood's field goal there gave us a lift. We were all kind of playing to maybe field goal it up to win the thing. And my goodness, the play I'm sure you're going to ask about here soon, and that was the play of the day.
As the time was ticking away, Coach, I noticed that you were encouraging your team as much as you could, but it was a little nerve-wracking, was it not?
Oh yeah, it's playoff football gets a little nerve-wracking at every level, and it's body language. And yeah, I was trying to be an encourager, saying that we can do this. We're down 10-7. We got to stay positive, and you got to see victory. You got to visualize it, because it's easy to get down when things aren't going your way.
And Johnny, it looked like it was just like one play away every time that you guys got possession, just trying to turn it into your favor. How does that feel in the inside for you?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. We put ourselves though in a few bad spots with penalties early, and I took a long sack that took us out of our third and manageable situations that we were trying to get to all day. And it's tough once you get down on the sticks, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12. We know we're not going to have a high percentage of picking that up, so it was trying to stay third and manageable and picking up first downs and just moving the chains.
We talked about the speed of the game with Washington before you guys came in, and obviously the speed of the second half, Coach, big difference from the front. You guys were in a hurry up almost all second half, right?
Yeah, and I think we were kind of a little bit in the first half too. You know, it was a no huddle. Johnny calling 98% of the plays. I called one play today. We lost it on a fumble. I quit calling plays after that. We trust Johnny to call the plays.
But it seemed like that on several of your possessions of just 4 downs heading into a punt could have been less than a minute and a half. Just
yeah, that's what hurt down the stretch, especially in the third quarter. And we wanted to get out of the third quarter because of the wind. So we tried to switch gears and do a little bit more running to help chew the clock because we weren't completing as many passes as we normally do.
Kyle, on your front today, obviously another big day for you in terms of receptions, but their defense really did a good job, did they not?
Yeah, like Johnny said, they switched up their looks, nearly every play. It was rare to get 3 plays in a row where they're playing the same coverage. And they were good at disguising it pre-snap, so we couldn't really get a feel for what they were doing to make our call after we see what they're doing. And we talked about the weather conditions, but we give them credit that their physical defense, pretty fast defense, faster than what I thought we were going to see on film. So give them credit, but it was kind of a grinded out game, even though we threw it 64 times. It was
Scott, there was a lot of gang tackling today. Obviously, you guys are really flying to the ball up front and then right behind the defensive line, but great job there.
Yeah, we knew coming in that that's what we were going to try to do, and we just had to, play fast, play down the hill, and get off blocks, and just rally together and use each other. And we did a real good job of containing them and kind of making them, start to have to throw it there a little bit, and that they're not comfortable doing that. So, hats off to the whole defense. Played a heck of a game.
And you got the young buck there, Mr. Butler.
I noticed he didn't even make the stats here, I don't even know why he's in
I
there.
think he's on the scoring sheet, if I'm not mistaken.
I got you. Yeah.
Johnny, what was the call there?
It was actually intended for Johnny
Hessian?
Hessian to play. I kind of messed up the call at the line. I wasn't thinking, and kind of ran 2 routes near each other. And fortunately, it worked out. Yeah.
Kendall, was it your intention to drag on that play? It looked like that you were just right there.
I saw the safety playing outside of me, so I bent it in.
I see.
It came to me, so I did it.
Did you actually realize where you were at that time?
Yeah, I did. I saw Hessian over there, so I figured he was throwing to Hessian, but I knew Hessian couldn't get to it, so I just took it. That's really it.
Plus, you had to do a little lunge there, did you not?
Yeah.
Is that perhaps the best feeling of a touchdown you've ever had?
Yeah, for sure.
Can you compare it to anything else? Probably not.
No, not really.
Well, you guys have earned your way to the next step. Coach, it's going to be another great week for you.
Yeah, it will. Thanksgiving weekend,
You're used to it.
Playing football on Thanksgiving, it's never a bad deal. So we'll have a plan to get these guys home and have some time with family, but work a lot of football around it to get ready for whoever the next opponent is.
Just your overall reflection of what developed today. I mean, it was kind of a long, drawn-out affair.
We'll have great memories this day. I'll have memories of defense. That was a good running team, and
Right.
they held them to 73 yards rushing on 38 attempts. And I think one of the key plays there was at the end, Scotty, the sack that we had on their quarterback that gave us the ball in decent field position then to be able to try and go get a field goal, and why not just throw it up deep on a broken play, And sometimes the phrase I never heard this phrase until my college roommate said, hey, sometimes better be lucky than good. And I think today, because of that, it went against us 2 weeks ago at Bluffton, but it went for us today.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
guys.